All right, Coach, they've got right around 100,000 packed in here like sardines at AT&T Stadium. And with the roof closed and the bottled waters flowing, figures to be a loud and raucous atmosphere in Arlington. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Detroit Lions and the Dallas Cowboys. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He's got a first down past the 30. He's at the 50, the 30, 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. It's their quarterback, 81 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 21. Out of the gun, Stafford. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of their stride?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
They'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. To the air again, Stafford. He goes full extension, and he's got it. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 36.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook, and a great grab on the other end. But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, and it's 2nd down. Covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Again, it's Stafford. And he'll find
Come on, guys. Fuck me, dude.
And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 17-yard line.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You circle the Pro Bowl. Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. It's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On 2nd and 7, Stafford nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jalen Smith coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
40 got. Watch the run.
3rd and long, it's Stafford. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5, and he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one.
3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Watch 20, seal that.
They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Hard throw, incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10.
Blue 60. They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still
The first down carry here for Johnson. And he's into the clear. Past the 20. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big run there by Johnson. 46 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Now Stafford, and that is caught. Touchdown.
What is Woods doing on him out there?
From a yard out, as his guys are
that
on the
changed up in the
board
scheme
here in this
too.
first quarter. Prater for the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency.
Come on, man.
Times on offense, get a couple of first downs.
It's like 3 times already, bro.
Just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
That same shit happens.
Strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. 2nd and 14. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. 7 yards on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
They've been playing like shit lately, man.
They're going to look to throw. This is Johnson. He's got it. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. These two teams all tied after 1. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Yeah, check. Hey, Mike. Hey, no, let's switch the mic right here. We go Mike.
2nd and 6. Johnson's got it complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 27-yard line. In territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 27.
Check Mike 40. Check Mike 40. 3 bucks. Hey, 40's Mike. 40's Mike right there. 40's Mike. Go.
They'll set up to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. 13 yards and a 1st down, Cowboys. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
It'll
be intercepted. Picked up by Jamal
looked at Pollard.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
It's all right.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
32. 0. You better be ready.
After the interception, here's Stafford. He's got a man complete.
Wasn't even impressed over
36
there
yards on the play.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
They'll run on 1st down. Johnson. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, These pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Hey, 280. Drill right, 22. Hey, 25 to Mike. We'll go 25 to Mike. Got one. And middle. 15, check. 0. Check. Rush in. 0. Rush in.
From the 50, Stafford. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
2 times. Everyone's got 4.
On play action, they'll throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things.
Check out. Kill.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he'll get this one up to the 26.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down.
There's the party now. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Hey, check.
He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
That was a fucking horrible throw.
2nd interception for him now here in this 1st half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines.
I can't fucking move him inside, dude.
Off he goes.
I couldn't fucking change his direction.
Detroit.
I think it may be my internet.
Johnson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions have taken the lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there.
One, I was in the wrong formation
instead
of waiting and look.
Those types of plays, when they
But
result
I
like
could
that,
not
they're
pull
almost
it
like
off
big
for me.
bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Wouldn't let me go.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
I'm gonna lose. Crazy thing is,
The
my
Dallas
defense is still the
offense here
same.
set to
Basically.
begin the drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah,
Course,
they've
they get no
fallen
proof.
behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
On 2nd down, Pollard. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
On 2nd down now.
Move! It won't let me fucking run around the dude.
Up, losing yardage back at the
it's
35.
either my stick fucked up or internet just
Second
won't
down
let
play
me.
results in a loss of 2 yards. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
They'll look to throw here. Dancing to it, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Charles Tapper in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be 4th down. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the punt team
looks like a cover 4, and then it changes to a man coverage when that play actually starts.
And he'll go ahead and field this at the 5. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Now the question, what do you do here? Time not really an issue. You got over a minute, but you figure from this spot you'd need a good 50, 60 yards to even consider a field goal try.
Yeah, so there's optimism there, but there's also a little bit of restraint, right? You got to make sure you don't take a sack here. Don't end up in the end zone. Ball gets stripped. You could give up 2 points in that occasion, or maybe even 6 if you can't get on it and recover it yourself. So make sure you protect the guy throwing the football if indeed that's the plan of attack.
Hey, 96 is coming. You know, Mike, 96. Here we go. Kill. Alert! Mike 96! Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Switch. Kill. 40 got. Zero. Hey, wahoo.
Faking the give to Johnson. Now it's Stafford. He sets to fight. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
50. Hey, easy. Bravo.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
They're watching the film, and it's working. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
2nd and 15. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29.
Yeah, bumped in his route.
Brought down as time is now
he didn't get in front of the linebacker.
So we'll reach halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway.
And rightfully so, because I can't. It's like I can't fucking pass anymore. I fucking suck at it apparently now.
Right at the 20.
I haven't been able to do it. Except in head-to-head for some reason.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field. Certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in good spot. Great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. He's going to air one out. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 11 yards there and a Lion first down. Stafford now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10.
You gonna see me in 11-11. Check 31, check 31. 6-6, pull it high.
To throw is Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him. Find him. Find him.
On 2nd and 10. Stafford hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
This is taken at about the 14. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Here's Pollard again. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
It was Kendall Donnerson who made the stop on the defensive side.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
On second down, Pollard. He's got this down to the 35. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to
That's
hold
the guy I
on
told y'all to go up and
because
block.
he's just going to speed right past them.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards. That was excellent from start to finish, from the blocking to the running, just well executed.
And now let's look ahead, because after that, how about a little play action, maybe a little bootleg, and get the quarterback out on the corner and give him a little run-pass option.
And they're right down here looking for 6. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Here's a 2nd and 7. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and we are tied at 14. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson.
Oh, my fucking God, dude.
It gives him some room. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his own line and just went.
So there's 2 ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Stafford. Open man is Galladay, complete. But he is out of bounds. But
I don't understand, dude, how fucking Marcus Lawrence, though, has all these fucking traits and shit, and he's so fucking good, though, but doesn't get in me.
First and 10. From the gun, a run for Johnson.
Fucking drop setting at all.
He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12. From the gun, here's Stafford. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final
I didn't mean to fucking call a timeout.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Lions on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is third down and 12. Now it's Stafford. He's going to let this go. And this is caught.
Yeah, right.
To the end zone.
Yep.
Touchdown, Detroit.
Yeah, buddy.
As his guys are
GG, bro.
in for 6. And they
That
are able to
confirms
break the
everything.
tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Extra point good by Prater. And the lead is now 21-14. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Now a hit and a loose football.
Everything, like I said.
Scooped up by the Lions. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line.
I have nothing but fucking... I have no words, bro.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And for one of the few times here today, this one's not going to go anywhere.
Than fucking
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Or my superstar rookie. Imagine that shit.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, Stafford. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown.
We're supposed to drop back a little bit more, but no, he just stands there.
Hawkinson.
GG, bro.
Touchdown now.
I'm over this game, man. I'm so glad I'm about to take a break for 2 weeks.
Prater for the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But, you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep
don't
the
matter
ball
when
moving.
his team
Now the
fucking
defense may be looking out for a pass
blocks
coming
everything.
up.
Or block shed everything.
We got 4. Check.
Back to throw here. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10.
And when I've done blitzes like that, it don't fucking matter.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you
Everyone's
gotta earn
fucking
the right
blocked
to
when I
rush
do
the
blitzes
passer.
like that.
Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed.
Hey, no, switch the mic right here. We'll go mic 40.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, they really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. Deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
Keep it up. 57's the mic. Watch 57.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. Jason Garrett might be wanting to reconsider the decision to go for it there. And how about this for a setup? The ball will go over on downs at the 1-yard line.
53. Ready.
Here's Stafford. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Stafford keeps himself upright. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Jalen Smith able to get him for a loss of about 3.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
Stop here, D. 21. I got you, pop. Hey. Play.
Stafford. Flush to his right. And he's going to go down again. DeMarcus Lawrence able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And it appears to me that someone's defensive coordinator is jockeying for a raise. A sack on 2nd and goal, a sack on 3rd and goal. Now brings up a decision on 4th down.
So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held him to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better. And now look at him go. The 20. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 75 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
Now here's Pollard.
Come on, guys.
Quickly in
Fucking
the
block.
backfield.
Golly, dude.
Folded like a lawn chair.
I shouldn't have to be doing this shit all on my own, man. I mean, like, yeah, I should be, because obviously I'm the one controlling the team, but, like, there's some shit I can't fucking control.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. So here we go on a 3rd and goal. This Lions defense, they haven't broken yet. Now back to throw. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. The man they call Snacks, Damon Harrison. Able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that will bring up 4th down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys get a bit closer.
GG.
And it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here.
And
our score is going to stay right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking, because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase. You're leading a big way, and the best way to do it, touchdowns.
So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here to have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. Throwing on third down, Stafford. And he'll find Gallup.
Of course.
That's complete.
Dude, look at that bullshit, bro.
And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Now,
Excellent execution.
but try to
and
tackle him after he's already cut off
Are
field.
they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. Up at the 29 now. They'll head to the line. 2nd and a yard. 2nd and 1. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. He'll drop to throw. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. But forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. So 20 seconds remain. It'll come down to this. And this will be covered up by the Lions, and that might just about seal the deal. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
My team decided to do something at the end of the game, though.
I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. And they'll indeed take a knee. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Lions, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to Lambeau to take on the Packers.
Bring your lunch pails, fellas. I need to see that workman attitude today. We got to get better today. What I want to know is, who's ready to get better? I'm ready to work today. You ready to work? You ready to work? All right, then let's see it. Let's get out there and do it.
Set. 180. Hut! Hut! 180! 40 hut! Hut! 180! 40 hut! Set 180! 40 hut! Set 180! 40 hut! Set 180! 40 hut! Set 180! 40 hut!
No pressure, but this is it. We are going for gold.
Set 180! 40 hut! 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 Set 180! 40 hut!
All right, this one's for all the marbles. This is for gold.
Set 180! Set 180! Hut! Set 180! 40 hut! Set 180! 40 hut! 40 hut! Set 180! 40 hut! Set 180! 40 hut! Set 180! 40 hut! 180. What do you got?